Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to From Within Podcast with Emae. Today, y'all, I'm so excited about this podcast today because I know there's a lot of people that go through the similar things that I'm about to talk about today. So let's get into it. So I was watching a documentary called Playbook on Netflix about Doc Rivers. So he used to be a professional basketball player, and now he's the head coach, and a good head coach at that. So I try to watch things that motivate me and that connects to my story and that can be able to connect to somebody else's story as well. So I was watching a documentary. I was watching the documentary, The Playbook. And they have like different rules of life, but they have it in like the NBA sense, I'm guessing. But it's like a universal rule that people can be able to use in their life as well. One rule that kind of stood out to me was finish this. So I'm like, okay, and how does this relate to your life? And it does in this season and before I started my business. Y'all, can I be very honest on this podcast today? I was suffering from a lot of self-doubt. Thinking that I couldn't do it. There's a lot more motivational speakers. This probably field is oversaturated. Am I saying the right things? Am I doing the right thing? Now, this was in the beginning of me starting my business. This self-doubt came in. And can I tell y'all, I wanted to quit so many times. I wanted to get out of this. Like, okay, God, why did you put me in this position of entrepreneurship, of this position of even doing this? Like, I don't want to do this. Like, this is just not for me. Like, I don't have like the background knowledge of business. I don't really have the support that I need for this business to make sure that I can run a successful business, because that's big. You see all of these business out here that are flourishing, and you're like, well, dang, I don't have the support. I don't have the team. The self-doubt was getting to me. The doubt was getting to me. But let me tell you what I then started to do. I had to change my mindset. I had to. I said, Anna, if you are going to be this showstopper, this firecracker motivational speaker, you gotta change your mindset. You gotta get around like-minded people that are doing the things. You gotta now create a whole brand new entrepreneur circle of people that are doing the things. Can I be honest, y'all? I didn't know what it was or what I needed to do to be a successful entrepreneur. I'm like, yes, I have a voice and I can speak and I know I can motivate, but is it going to get to the people? Changing my mindset was the best thing, y'all, that I ever done in my life. I had to think to myself, if I keep thinking like this, if I keep doing the same thing that I've been doing, it's going to give me the same result. If my mind keeps going back to negative and I'm self-talking about myself and about my business, I'm going to continue to remain there. I had to change. I had to change that. I had to change I had to change my circle. I had to change my environment in order to be where I am today. And the reason why I said in the beginning, this is a podcast that I know a lot of us can relate to, is because we all suffer with self-doubt. It is human. You are human to think that way. You are human. But let me tell you, if you want to be successful, and Steve Harvey said it best, if you want to be successful, you have to change your mindset. You have to believe that you could do it. You have to continue to have faith to know that you can do it. You have to finish the race. Any goal that you set out to do, for me, I am a motivational speaker, not wanted to be. I am a motivational speaker. And in order to be the top 5 in order to be the firecracker motivational speaker, I had to believe already that everything else is mine. It's mine. It's getting to the people. I know it's getting to them. I'm motivating them. I'm around like-minded. Sometimes, too, when we don't have the support, those negative self-conflicting thoughts come into our mind and we think that we can't do it because we don't have the support of the people cheering us on. Can we be honest on this podcast today? It happened to me. I'm thinking I cannot do because I don't have the claps of others. But God did not give that vision to your family members, to your friends, to the environment. He gave that vision to you. So you can be able to conquer whatever he set out to do for you. This is not by coincidence that you are in this field and you're a professional in this field. It's because this is what you're supposed to do all along. But you have to believe it right here. And I always say, right? If nobody knows, I love Harry Potter down, okay? And I always something. If you allow negative spirits to get into your mind and allow the negative spirits to deter you, because that's what they're here for. If you allow the negative spirits to deter you, you are going to sit in depression and lack of self-doubt and thinking that you cannot do it. It is what you feed yourself. And the only reason why I bring up Harry Potter is because if you look at the movie Harry Potter, he has evil within him, but it's what he feeds himself that gets him through, that allows him to conquer. What are you feeding yourself? How are you talking to yourself? What positive things are you saying to yourself every day? Gratitude. Don't wake up in the morning and you're like, you know what? This has been a bad day. You driving to work. This has been a bad day. I don't want to go to this job. I don't want to be at this job. No. You wake up on a positive. Think about all of the things that you are grateful for. And there are many things that I can name that I know that you're grateful for. You're breathing. You're walking. You have your right set of mind. You got your eyes that you could be able to see. You got that job that you driving to. Gratitude. Changing your mindset will have you in a different space. If you're not happy about where you was, because I wasn't happy. I'm like, I need some support. I don't know nothing about business. I need help. Change. Change it for yourself. I knew I needed to get out and find or pray about the people that need to come to me or I need to meet in order for me to be successful in business. I've been in business now for 5 years. That's the thing, y'all. If you don't like it, change it. If you don't like it, fix it. If you don't like it, put your best foot forward and change whatever you do not like about your business, about your person. There are so many races, right, that you probably haven't endured yet. Or there's so many races that you probably didn't even occur. But just make sure that you finish the race that you started. Do not give up. And I know it's hard, but once you control this, you are a master at life. Changing your mindset, changing what you think about, changing how you talk to yourself. You are a mastermind once you change your mindset. It all happens here. Before you even go to take the action, you got to think about it. Finish the race. I know you're probably going through self-doubt right now. Trust me. And that's why on this podcast, I had to be honest with y'all. I went through it too. And sometimes I still go through it. But let me tell you something. And where I am, and I think like this is probably going to be the next episode. But it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to be uncomfortable. If you are uncomfortable in your situation, it is okay to be uncomfortable. Whatever goal that you have set out for 2024, Complete it. Finish it. This is the vision that God gave you. Let me repeat that. This is the vision that God gave you, that nobody can take away. I don't care what your mama say, your grandmother say. This is the vision that God gave you, and I want you to stand on business in that. I love y'all, beautiful souls.